चलिए, औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। अस्सलामुन अलैकुम। ऑनलाइन है सब बच्चे?
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू।
Everybody has done their homework and come. हाँ, इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है आप सब लोग अच्छे से होंगे। एंड आज आप लोगों का होमवर्क का पता नहीं किसकी दुआ लगी कि सब लेट हो गए हम लोग। इन एनी केस जो लोग घर पे बैठे हैं तो आराम से बैठे हैं और टाइम मिला है पढ़ने के लिए और एंड प्रिपेयर करने के लिए। आप देखिए किसके पास किसने लिया था 1 to 10। हाँ, हमने सजेस्ट किया था ऐसे, या हम सजेस्ट करेंगे ऐसे कि पहले हम लोग आयत की तिलावत करेंगे एंड अकॉर्डिंग की आयत की तिलावत करके मीनिंग भी अगर हमको याद है तो वेरी गुड, एक रिवीजन भी हो जाएगा। एंड उसके बाद में कौन सी आयत से हमको कौन सा पॉइंट मिलता है, पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, उससे हमको क्या मैसेज मिलता है, वो हम लोग आउट करके उसको एक्सप्लेन। चलिए स्टार्ट, किसका है फर्स्ट? Okay, as you wish. I just okay. I was just suggesting. Okay. Start. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. You have to say your name. You will come here and say, "Come here." Everybody will see you are saying. No, the ones who are online can't see you. Come. It will be nice. Online. Achha. Then online people won't be able to hear from there. You have a mic? That is, yes. अच्छा है क्योंकि वो लोग भी सुने ना।
Okay. The first point I wrote is parents should treat all their children equally. Okay. This is how I understood. Second point is don't count your eggs before they hatch. Means like
in the beginning, he was, before that thing happened, he was a teenager.
Recording in progress.
Okay. Third one is don't predict things or happenings according to your thoughts or judgment. Like he said that the wolf will come and this is how they.
Don't count your chicks before they hatch. And you connected to Surah verse 10 ayat. Chicks before they hatch. Connect that to which ayat and
the
what?
Dream.
Dream.
That is how I could understand. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the right exact meaning. Then we should learn Arabic to understand Quran properly because it's written, no? The Quran we sent in Arabic so that we can do. How I understood, I don't know how it is right or wrong. You explain also. Then it is the best direction. That is too much to learn to improve our nature and life as a to be good human. May Allah help us. This is how.
Yeah, your homework.
Done?
Done. It's the way you have done your homework.
Yes.
Very good.
So then, do not reveal your thoughts or plans or dreams to everybody or any family.
This is also,
it?
and that is also a good thing that we don't have to reveal your
Yeah.
dreams to
Yeah.
everyone. Because they're in-
Then Satan is your greatest enemy. Remind you. That also
Yes,
is there.
that
in
is
the-
why I said ayat हिसाब से
So
Okay,
this is the
आगे
ayat. These are the ayat numbers only.
अच्छा say the ayat number.
Then this was the 7th ayat.
Yes.
The previous one was 6. See, first one, the parents should treat all children equally. That is the first one.
Ayat number.
That is, of course, right? So that doesn't have any meaning.
Yeah.
Then don't count the chicks
Before
before they are hatched.
That is from which ayat you
So
got
this,
this
this is supposed to be the third ayat.
ayat number 3. Let me check. What is ayat 3? نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن. This is
No?
ayat number 4.
Okay, then it becomes 4, becomes 5 and like that. So we should learn Arabic. It is written, no?
Yes.
I reveal the Quran in Arabic. So we have to learn Arabic so that you can understand. Very simple. I can't
First
give
to
the
10, na, it's good. But you at least you gave the time. Inshallah, just put the mic aside.
it is the best suggestion that is too much to learn.
So,
If you-
which you said, yeah. And she has given a very nice. She has more you have to say. Then
This is not that I have still
one or two ayats more, then let her say it.
Your plans, dreams to anyone and everybody. Anybody, family. Then Satan is your greatest enemy.
Yes,
इसमें वही है ना ayat is guiding remember because I have written it
I will give you the ayats. See,
and last one I'll give you.
please.
Allah gives particular mu'jizas to all the chosen Nabi. Yusuf alayhi salam was given the interpretation of the dreams.
Dreams.
This was his move.
Yes.
Yeah, that I could not do. I just
Mama, we can't hear.
Yes, I'll be explaining it to you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. What she has done, I will be repeating it. Number 1, ayat number 1 to ayat number 10, what was the message? The very first ayat, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Alif Lam Ra, Tilka Ayatul Mubin, Inna Anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum taqilun. This message which she has got from this and she has told us is that Allah has spoken about the Quran and he has said that I have revealed the Quran. मैंने कुरान को नाजिल किया अरबी जबान में ताकि तुम लोग समझो. ठीक है, ये अरबों के लिए बात थी. अब हमारे लिए भी कुरान लर्न करना जरूरी है. इस वजह से हमको अरबिक जबान की एटलीस्ट लिटिल बेसिक हमको सीखना है ताकि जब हम पढ़े हमको अल्लाह के मैसेज सही तरीके से समझ में आ जाए. इंशाल्लाह थोड़ी सी मेहनत अगर हम करते हैं अरबिक ग्रामर में या थोड़ी सी बेसिक में तो बहुत इजीली हम समझ सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर बिल्कुल मेहनत नहीं करेंगे, स्टार्ट ही नहीं करेंगे तो अरबिक इज अ डिफिकल्ट लैंग्वेज फॉर एवरीबडी विल टेल यू. तो ये एक सबसे पहली अच्छी बात इन्होंने निकाला कि हम लोगों को सबको पूरी दुनिया के लोगों को अरबिक जबान सीखना है. नंबर 1 मैसेज. नंबर 2, नहनु नकुस्सु अलैका अहसनल किताब अहसनल क़ससी बिमा औहैना इलैका हाज़ल क़ुरआन व इन कुंता मिन क़ब्लिही लमिनल गाफ़िलीन. इसमें इन्होंने कहा कि ये अहसनुल क़सस है. अल्लाह कहता है ये बेस्ट स्टोरी, क्योंकि अल्लाह ने कहा बेस्ट स्टोरी है तो हमने मान लिया इससे बेहतर कोई स्टोरी दुनिया में हो ही नहीं सकती. सही, ये हमारा कहना है. सेकेंड चीज ये है कि अल्लाह कहता है मैं जो कहानी सुनाता हूँ वो राइट है, वो सही है. वह इन कुंता मिन क़ब्लिही लमिनल गाफ़िलीन. इससे पहले अगर तुमको कहीं और से ये स्टोरी मिल जाए तो ہو سکتا ہے وہ کیسے بھی ہو، لیکن جب قرآن سے تم نے اسٹوری لیا وہ اللہ کا کلام ہے. تو اس سے پہلے توریت میں بھی یہ اسٹوری ہے، لیکن اللہ کہتا ہے رسول سے کہ اس سے پہلے من قبل ہی لمن الغافلین، اس اسٹوری کے حقیقت کے بارے میں لوگ غافل تھے. تو اللہ نے جن چیز کو پوائنٹ کیا ہے اور جو جو چیز کو ہائی لائٹ کیا ہے باتوں کو، وہ اللہ کی نظر میں اہم باتیں ہیں اور اس کے اوپر ہم کو دھیان دینا ضروری ہے. یہاں آیت نمبر 4 سے سٹارٹ ہوتا ہے سورہ یوسف کی کہانی. انہوں نے کہا ڈریم کے بارے میں آیت نمبر 4. یہ بھی حدیث میں ہے کہ جب انہوں نے کہا کہ جب ہم نے کوئی خواب دیکھا تو ہر ایک کو خواب بتانے کی ضرورت نہیں. اگر میں نے ایک خواب دیکھا یا آپ نے خواب دیکھا تو ہم ڈر گئے یا بہت خوش ہو گئے، ہم دل چاہتے کسی کو بتانے کے لیے. تو حدیث میں کیا ہے، روایتوں میں ہے کہ ہر ایک کو اپنا خواب نہ بتاؤ. انٹرپریٹیشن سبھی کو نہیں آتا ہے، جس کو آتا ہے وہی بتا سکے گا صحیح. تو انہوں نے بھی اپنے باپ کو ہی بتایا، اپنے بزرگوں کو بتایا. He was a child، بچے تھے. تو he trusted his father and he told his father only, he didn't tell his brothers. تو ایسا انسان کو ضرورت اگر ہے تو کوئی ٹرسٹ وردی انسان کو بتائے، اور وہ انسان جو اس کو گمراہ نہیں کرے، گائیڈ کرے. تو سب سے بیسٹ چیز کیا ہے کہ جب انسان خواب دیکھتا ہے یا بہت خوش ہوتا ہے یا بہت گھبرا جاتا ہے تو کیا کرے؟ صدقہ دے، اللہ سے دعا کرے. اور اگر بہت بتانے کی ضرورت ہے، بہت سے لوگ جا نماز میں بیٹھتے تو امام سے بات کرتے، امام زمانہ کو بیان کرتے اور کہتے ہیں ہمارے وقت کے امام آپ اس کی تعبیر صحیح طریقے سے جانتے ہیں، بہترین طریقے سے کریں. اگر اچھی تعبیر و تعویل ہے تو اس کا بھی ہم صدقہ دیے. اگر کوئی خدا نخواستہ پریشان خواب ہے تو اس کا بھی ہم صدقہ دے کے اس کے برا اثر کو رد کر سکتے ہیں. مگر لوگوں کو بتائیں گے تو ہر کوئی انسان کچھ بھی اپنے دل سے کہے گا، ہمارا دل اور خراب ہوگا، ہم نا امید ہو جائیں گے، ہم ڈر جائیں گے. یہ نہیں کرنا. یہ ان کا کہنا تھا. she picked up this point and it is a nice thing for us. ہمارے yeah 11 is who I don't know.
Naida Patni.
Say hi. Assalamu alaikum. She's not
Walaikum
coming.
salam.
ہاں بولو یا
I am coming and parked the car. I have not been able to reach on time. So I parked the car. I'll do 11 to 20 online. So
بولو.
yeah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You can hear me?
Very clearly.
Yes,
Alhamdulillah.
yes. We all can hear you.
Okay, so this is the 11th onwards, and in the 11th ayat it is regarding the boys, the brothers of Yusuf alayhi salam. They tell their father that why don't you trust us with Yusuf alayhi salam? So they already seem to be knowing that the father is aware about their jealousy towards Yusuf alayhi salam. So to some extent, with due respect to Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam, I felt that by communicating to his other sons about the divine selection of Yusuf alayhi salam from Allah's side and his position in Allah's eyes, if that was known to the other boys, like how Ali alayhi salam had made it aware to Muhammad Hanafiya and Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, that Imam Hassan alayhi salam and Imam Hussain alayhi salam are divinely selected, and that is why they attention and love and a position is in his eyes is different for that son because Allah has given that position to them. So if at all, that is my personal opinion, that by communication maybe Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam could have made it known instead of hiding it from the other sons that he is special because he has been selected from Allah's side. So then they would probably, this is my personal opinion, with due respect to Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam, but Imam Ali alayhi salam has always told Muhammad Hanafiya that they are my eyes. Hassan and Hussein alayhi salam are my eyes, whereas you are my hand. The hand protects the eyes. So you have to serve them and you have to be, their protector. You cannot compare yourself to them because they are divine proofs of Allah. So probably if it was known to them, this sibling rivalry could have been, eliminated. I don't know. I need your opinion on that.
I will just shall I say something now? See,
as you wish.
Hazrat Yaqub would have said it if Allah had given him the permission to say. Hazrat Yaqub would have proclaimed that he is a prophet after me if he had the permission to say. Okay? Because he did not proclaim, ऐलान नहीं किया. लेकिन क्योंकि उनके पास इल्म नबुव्वत थी, वो खुद जान गए थे, इसलिए कहा कि तुमको अल्लाह देगा ड्रीम्स को, ख्वाब की ताबीर करने का इल्म देगा. बट जब तक अल्लाह ने नबी को हुक्म नहीं दिया तो वो कैसे ऐलान करेंगे कि ये नबी है?
But the brothers then misunderstood, no? The brothers misunderstood his explanation.
हजरत आदम के दो ही बेटे थे. हजरत आदम के 2 बेटे थे. तो वहां याकूब ने वेरी क्लियरली बताया कि शैतान अपना काम हर जगह करता है. यहाँ तो 10 बेटे थे, 12 बेटे थे, बहुत ज्यादा इश्यूज थे. वहां हजरत आदम थे और 2 बेटे थे. वहां भी तो क्या हुआ? हसद हुई, जलसी हुई, कत्ल हो गया. तो ये हमको समझना है कि हजरत याकूब तो सबसे पहली बात नबी थे. अगर अल्लाह ने हुक्म दिया होता तो वो बता देते. और दूसरी मैनी पॉइंट्स आ गए. हम लोग यहाँ से हम लोग सीख सकते हैं कि इनके घर में, फैमिली में जो बात हुई उस वैसा जैसे इमाम ने कहा, हमारे घरों में ऐसा ना हो, इसके लिए जिसका कैपेसिटी कम है या जिसका लेवल कम है, उनको ज्यादा लव दे, ज्यादा रिस्पेक्ट दे, ताकि हजरत यूसुफ की तरह, उनके भाइयों के तरह उनके अंदर क्या हसद ना हो. वो 100% हमको सीखना है कि all children should be treated equally. वो तो बराबर है.
So that we can avoid this kind of sibling rivalry and jealousy.
ये avoid, ये तो बराबर है. लेकिन ये हमने 2 पॉइंट जो आपको बता दिया. अगर याकूब अलैहिस्सलाम को इजाजत थी तो वो ऐलान करते. जैसे हम सुनते हैं कि इमाम अपने बच्चों को कहते हैं, आई थिंक इमाम सादिक अलैहिस्सलाम थे, कि इमाम मूसा काज़िम को रिस्पेक्ट करो, इनके जरिए से आले मोहम्मद पैदा होने वाले हैं. So he would tell his sons that respect this particular boy because इनसे पैदा होने वाले हैं 8वें इमाम आले मोहम्मद. So when you have the permission to say, you will say. If you don't have the permission to ऐलान करने का permission नहीं है, तो वो permission नहीं बोल सके दूसरों को. शायद ये एक वजह हो. Very correct. आगे बोलिए.
Yeah. Then the 12th ayat is they requesting their father that let him come with us and he'll enjoy and play with us. So here it is like I felt that recreation was even given importance. At that time also children were used to go to play, and recreation should be a part of the children's upbringing. Then he says that Yaqub alayhi salam says that it upsets me that you take him away, and then he also reveals his he anticipates that a wolf will eat him. So I felt that the negative ideas, once they are expressed, they generally result in a negative consequence too. So we shouldn't express our worries too much in words verbally. If we are even worrying and we are distressed and we are anticipating something negative, I felt it shouldn't be verbal, because then what, it gets actualized normally. Generally, it gets actualized. Moreover, it made them easy to misuse the words of the Father. It gave them an idea probably, and it made it easier for them to misuse the Father's own words. And then it would become easier for the Father to accept what they would have, made up later on. So that was something, that was the ayat number 30. And we should always be positive about the future instead of being negative in this way. Then 14, the ayat is
1 minute. We must be very careful. 1 minute, Yasmin, about what we talk. किसी के साथ जब हम बात करते हैं, हम क्या बोलते हैं, शायद हमारे दिल में एक पॉजिटिव चीज हो, लेकिन सामने वाला उससे नेगेटिव, उसका नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट को पकड़ के अमल करे। तो हमारी बातें ऐसी नहीं होनी चाहिए जिसकी वजह से कोई इंसान उसको गलत समझ के या सही भी समझ के गलत उससे काम ले,
मिसयूज कर ले।
मैं डरता हूँ बेड़िया खा जाएगा बच्चों के लिए, तो ऑलरेडी वो प्लान इजी हो गया, जैसे यास्मीन अपन ने बोला। आगे बोलिए।
Then the 14th ayat is that they say that if the wolf will eat him up, then it will be disgraceful for us, it will be shameful for us. That is the brothers said. Then the 15th ayat is that what they did, they threw him into the well. That means jealousy can lead you to such an irrational behavior, and it should be suppressed and controlled. As soon as you start feeling in that direction, you should not give food to the thought of jealousy, and how simple jealousy led them to this irrational behavior and this harsh attempt to even get rid of their own brother. Then 15th one, so they took him away, and 15th one, and then Allah even assures him about his deliverance. So Yusuf alayhi salam ko he prophesied it to him that you will be delivered, and you will they will realize, they will not recognize you later in future. Then the 16th ayat is just that they come weeping to their father, and then they make up a story, and the same thing which he had anticipated from them, the same thing they come and they narrate it to him. And then here one more point was that they show him the blood-stained shirt. So here one point was that the liars, they say, have a poor memory. So they were lying about the wolf eating their brother, and they didn't realize that they had to tear up the shirt before they present it to their father. So there's a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ probably, which says the liars have poor memory. So they did not realize that they had to, and they couldn't, the evidence could not, I mean, they could not give the evidence in the right way. They had to tear the shirt before they showed it to their father, and they gave it intact to him. Now, even though Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam realizes that the boys have made up this story and they've alleged the story, he very implicitly tells them. He doesn't scold them. He doesn't use harsh words. He doesn't pollute his tongue. Though he's convinced that that this is a made-up story and it's all lies, but he doesn't punish the boys. He implicitly conveys to them that you have made you have concocted and fabricated this story, but he doesn't pollute his tongue, and he decides that he will do sabre jameel. That is, he will rely on Allah and he will not complain to the people about this. The way he reacted to this was the ideal way, because he couldn't, that situation could not be handled in a better way than the way Hazrat Yaqub alayhi salam handled this situation with his own sons. So I felt that how he reacted after this all was the ideal way and was very perfect and sublime way in which he dealt with this issue of the boys having tried to eliminate their brother. That is it. And then 19 and 20 is about how Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam was finally rescued from the well. So how if we leave our difficulties and problems to Allah, how beautifully He then helps us in the most difficult situation. It reminded me about how Musa alayhi salam was cornered by the sea, and how Ibrahim alayhi salam was thrown into the fire, and how they were helped at such difficult ordeals in their life. So here, even Yusuf alayhi salam, how he was helped by Allah, and no one else, his own brothers, didn't bother about him, but Allah was there to help him and to rescue him from the darkness of the well. That's it. I had to do till 20 number, and the story is complete.
21.
Yes,
21. Who's 21?
Was this a proper way of analyzing
Yes, it was good. It was good. And just imagine
Did I miss on any points?
I just wanted to say, what would a father today do to his sons if they had lost one of his sons and they had come back? He would thrash them, he would kick them, hit them, pull them, take them back, bring them forward. But how he respected these sons also. How he respected, he did not even blame them. He blames the shaitan. That is the very good thing which we have to know. Even if our children are have made mistakes, so the father has to give them due respect till the time comes, till they realize. Yes, see, he has, yes, patience, so he has, but he had no way out, as Yasmin said. Okay, it was a good presentation and hard work. Who's done 21?
Almina is supposed to do it.
Okay, Almina. And this is the main part where he reaches Misr. Almina, are you online? She is not there. She is not there, so yeah. I'll just continue. The 21 part was the part of his what do you call that? Where the man brings him and they take him inside as a son, and the person who buys him tells his wife that you respect this boy, and maybe he will be honorable to us and we can treat him as a son. The man said that, not the woman. And uske baad mein it is that he became big. And when he became big, he was very handsome, as everybody knows. And Allah says that we gave him power and knowledge. Here it is which Allah says we gave him power and knowledge, means gave him the power of the, because he was so क्योंकि इतना ज्यादा सब्र करने वाला इंसान को अल्लाह रिवॉर्ड करता है, तो इसकी वजह से अल्लाह ने इनको क्या दिया? नॉलेज का मतलब क्या है? आई एम देयर, कांट हियर, शी इज देयर. ओके, लेट हर से शी इज देयर, शी कांट हियर,
So can you?
शी इज ऑन माय. Yeah,
this
this
iPhone,
she is.
yeah.
Yeah, this she is. Her mic is on. Come on, we'll try. We are trying to hear. हाँ. We can hear. Check your audio. Okay, we'll go to the next. We'll go to the next. She can when she get her thing. 21 to 30. Who's got 30 to 31? 30 to 31. Give her.
Zakira Merchant has that.
Yeah. In 31st ayat, wife of Aziz Mishra, when she heard about what women were speaking ill about her, she invited them to justify that she is not at fault, but his beauty is such. When ladies had come, she gave each of them a fruit and a knife, and then she called Janabi Yusuf alayhi salam so that they can see how handsome he was. His beauty was such which nobody could imagine. When all the ladies saw him, they were so engrossed seeing him that they even cut their hands and didn't even feel the pain. They started saying that he was not a human but was a very respected malak, that is angel. Wife of Aziz Misra told the ladies that they saw him once and their state was such, but she herself was seeing him all the time. Now, lessons we can learn from 31 to 35th ayahs. When we do when we do any sins and get caught by people, we justify by many reasons why we committed such an act, etc. And when we get the world's recognition, we become bold and do that sin again and again, as if we are answerable to this world. But we forget that we have to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we are answerable to Him. And from the women who were invited, we learned that even if they were too uncontrollable and couldn't stop themselves by watching such a charming personality, they must not encourage the sinner to commit such an act, and they themselves should refrain from committing the sin. Even if we get all the goodies of this world, like in this surah, the wife of Aziz Misra gave Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam all the things. First, she gave lalach, then tried talking with him very sweetly. She agreed that she had fallen for him, that is, she was in love with him, offered him wealth and position of this world, but still he refused. Seeing this, she got angry and then she put ilzam on him. And when it became evident that she was wrong, she boldly said that he has to do what she wants as he is her servant, her slave. And cause she has done ihsan on him by bringing him up from his childhood, she must listen to her. All the ladies convinced Janabi Yusuf alayhi salam that if Janabi Yusuf alayhi salam won't listen, the wife of Aziz Misra has position and will torture him. But Janabi Yusuf alayhi salam was modest. Basic message of this surah is modesty. Every human should safeguard their modesty in every stage of life, even in difficulties. He preferred imprisonment rather than committing the sin for which she was calling him. By doing sin, Janabi Yusuf alayhi salam was getting everything, respect, position, wealth, etc. But if he refuses, he will have to go in jail. So he preferred prison rather than doing any sin. Here the lesson is, even though if anyone forces us for any sin, We must never ever have to agree for such acts, even if we have to face difficulties. We must not let go of modesty. We must remain attached to Islam in any case, that is, even if we have to face hardships. If we are attracted towards this world's goodies, we won't get anything, nor this world, nor hereafter. Only for time being we will be happy. And then all the difficulties will come on us. Janab Yusuf alayhi salam asked the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we too must ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help to be saved from sins. Akil insan will never ever go towards sins. Now, अभी 36 से 40 मैंने ये हिंदी में बोली हूँ, तो जैसा भी लिखी हूँ वैसे बताती हूँ. जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ 2 जवान भी प्रिजन में डाले गए थे. उनके इनमेट्स से वो दोनों जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ दिन गुजारे, तो उनकी बातों से, चेहरे से, उनकी नरमी से वो दोनों और सब प्रिजनर्स जो जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ थे, उन लोगों को पता चल गया था कि जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम बहुत ही नेक बंदे हैं. जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम हर एक की हिदायत करते थे, उनके गमों को शेयर करते थे, एक्सेट्रा, और खुदाए वाहिद पर पूरा भरोसा रखते थे. In a nutshell, he was a very godly person. 2 जवान जो जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ ही कैद में डाले गए थे, उन्होंने ख्वाब देखा. एक ने देखा कि वो ग्रेप्स से जूस निकाल रहे हैं. सेकंड वन ने कहा कि मैंने देखा कि मेरे सर पे रोटी लेकर जा रहा हूँ और बर्ड्स उस रोटी को खा रहे हैं. और उन दोनों ने जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम से ताबीर पूछी. जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम से इसलिए पूछा क्योंकि जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम सब पर एहसान करते थे, और उन दोनों ने सोचा कि वो ही राइट पर्सन है जो हर अच्छाई रखते हैं. जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम ने कहा कि वो उनको ख्वाब की इंटरप्रिटेशन बताएंगे जो उनको उनके परवरदिगार ने बताई है. और क्यों परवरदिगार उनको तालीम दिया है? क्योंकि उन्होंने बुत परस्ती को तर्क किया है, शिर्क को तर्क किया है, और जो लोग आखिरत पे ईमान नहीं रखते उनको भी तर्क किया है. जनाब यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम ख्वाब बताने से पहले सब लोग जो कैद में थे उनको बताया कि वो तौहीद को मानने वाले हैं, और ये बताया कि वो अपने बाप दादा के दीन को फॉलो करते हैं, यानी वो जनाब इब्राहिम अलैहिस्सलाम, हजरत इसहाक अलैहिस्सलाम और हजरत याकूब अलैहिस्सलाम के दीन पर है. और इसीलिए अल्लाह सुब्हानहू तआला उन्हें ख्वाबों की तालीम दी है, और ये बताया कि वो नेक इसलिए है क्योंकि वो खुदाए वाहिद की मारिफत रखते हैं. और कहा कि अक्सर लोग अल्लाह सुब्हानहू तआला का शुक्र नहीं करते हैं. उन लोगों से कहा कि तुम उस खुदाओं को मानते हो जो हकीकी खुदा नहीं है, हकीकी खुदा तो खुदाए वाहिद है. उन लोगों से फरमाया कि आप लोग उस खुदाए वाहिद को साइड पर रख कर जिसके सिर्फ नेम्स सुना है अपने बाप दादा से, उनको मानते हैं. अल्लाह सुब्हानहू तआला आपके खुदाओं को कोई अथॉरिटी या हुकूमत नहीं दी है, रहनुमाई नहीं दी है. अल्लाह सुब्हानहू तआला ये हुक्म दिया है कि हम सिर्फ उसी की इबादत करें और अल्लाह के सिवाय किसी की इबादत नहीं करें जो खुदाए वाहिद है. लेकिन अक्सर लोग ये हकीकत से वाकिफ नहीं है. वो ये नहीं जानते हैं कि ये दीन हक है. वो उन दोनों के ख्वाब की तावील देने से पहले उनको तौहीद बताए कि वो लोग हकीकी दीन कबूल कर ले. सही अकल से सोचे तो हर ह्यूमन को इस्लाम सही दीन है ये पता चल जाए.
आपको मैसेज क्या मिला ये 10 आयत में?
मैसेज वही था कि एक तो
मॉडेस्टी का ख्याल,
और फिर ये कि
एक तो हमको हर हाल में गुनाह से, हराम से बचना है। दूसरी बात क्या थी आपकी कि अगर कोई इंसान अल्लाह से मुतमस्सिक होके करीब रहता है, अल्लाह उसको इनाम देता है। जैसे हजरत यूसुफ अलैहिस्सलाम को जब कहा, इल्म दिया, मतलब नबूवत अता की, और उनको ख्वाब की ताबीर करना, समझना सिखाया। तो कैद में ही उन्होंने अपना तबलीग शुरू किया। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट आयत 10। ना 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 ना, we must, everybody must be. Yeah.
Appa,
Okay,
can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah,
Acha, now
mine
you
is
have
20.
come.
Yes,
Acha, come, you
Appa,
have.
I'm here from 4:45 only.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We could not hear
No,
you.
it's okay because I had done a lot of work on this thing, so that's why I wanted to present it to you.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Please start. Bismillah, we
We
are
can
waiting for you.
Bismillah
Now we can hear
Rahim.
you.
Yeah,
And first, to
Surah
say the ayat number you are discussing from.
21 to 30.
Everybody listen, 21 to 30.
Yeah, Appa, I've given a summary with the things inside.
Okay.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Yusuf, the 12th surah of the Holy Quran.
Yes, we are listening.
Allah describes this surah as Ahsanul Qasas, the best story as he relates it to Rasul Khuda. The surah, as its name says, revolves around the life of Hazrat Yusuf al-Islam, who was bought by Aziz Misra, who tells his wife to give him an honorable abode as they could adopt him as a son, as they did not have a child, and this would fill the vacuum. And thus Allah establishes Yusuf al-Islam in the land. And when he attains maturity, Allah gives him ilm and hikmat. Surah Yusuf is a story of jihad and nafs, virtue of patience, sabr, faith, iman, piety, taqwa, modesty, haya, wisdom, truthfulness, forgiveness, and kindness. Yusuf alayhi salam. So when the wife of Aziz Misra invites him towards haram, Yusuf alayhi salam says, मैं अल्लाह की पनाह चाहता हूँ, अल्लाह मुझे अपनी पनाह में रखे, मेरा ठिकाना अल्लाह के पास है और अल्लाह कभी जालिम की मदद नहीं करता। हजरत यूसुफ अलैहि सलाम का दिल और दिमाग सिर्फ अल्लाह के भरोसे था। Hazrat Yusuf reminds her of her husband who has taken care of him, of his favors, and he says he is my mohsin and I cannot do khayanat with him, an act of faithfulness. Allah shows his signs by showing the face of Zulekha as a devil and opening the door for Hazrat Yusuf. This surah gives us a lesson of bharosa on Allah as Yusuf alayhi salam runs away from Zulekha towards the locked doors, and Allah helps him by opening the doors. So Allah who opens the doors for Yusuf alayhi salam is the same Allah we worship, and he will also take us out from difficulty if we keep bharosa on him. So when she reads, a fear of Allah and his love saved Yusuf alayhi salam from doing sin. And when she rent his shirt from behind and they met her husband at the door, Zulekha blames Yusuf alayhi salam for having evil intention for her. But Allah was with the truthful, and the witness of her own family said, and that if she is speaking the truth, the shirt will be rent from the front. But if it is rent from the behind, she is telling a lie. Thus, Hazrat Yusuf alayhi salam was proved innocent by, and Aziz Misr tells him to forget and his wife to do istighfar. Allah who Surah Yusuf teaches us to connect with Allah in times of difficulty. Allah would not have brought us to the blessing of Islam if He did not see something good in us. Never give up hope in Allah. Allah loves those who worship Him and those who fear Him. Yusuf was deframed by the mistress, but Allah proved his innocence and established him in Misra, raising his status.
Very good.
That's all.
Inshallah, every minute which you have given, every second, Allah will reward you for that.
Thank you.
Now,
I just
because
gave a summary
Azan
of the
has
whole
come,
thing.
I think we should stop now. Alia is going to say. Ask Alia.
Yes, prepared.
So is she going to say it now?
She's saying next week now class is over.
Alia said,
That's what she said.
call her, call her. It will take only 5 more minutes. She will take only 5 minutes. नहीं आलिया है. Are you coming? Are you speaking?
The class is going on.
Yeah, it's going on. Just 5 minutes more we'll take. You finish your part so that.
इसको लेके आओ.
खोलना तो तू तेरे जितना खोल लेना.
हाँ. आगे बोलो. Now Alia is going to say from ayat number 30 to 40 or 40 to 50. 40 to 50. She doesn't want. Ayat number 40 to 50. नजदीक रखो तो आवाज तो जाए. 40 to 50.
Assalamualaikum, Naida Appa.
Yes.
I won't be there next Monday. Can I do it? Do mine also?
Yes.
After
Yes.
Alia?
Yes. We will. Come on, Alia, start. Yes, come on, Alia. Alia will read and yes, Alia start. Alia is doing from ayat number 40, 41 to 50. Okay. बोलिए. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So it starts from here that he was put in the jail and there were 2 more boys. Everyone could make out that he was an innocent and a nice man. So they came to him and said, we saw a dream. So he explained his dream that he saw himself in the dream. He was taking roti on his head and the birds started eating that roti. And the second one saw a dream where he was working and what happened? Then they both told their dream and then they said, what is the meaning? So they said that we felt that you were a good man, so we came and spoke to you. But he took this opportunity, he grabbed the opportunity and he started propagating about himself and his religion and his God. He said that I follow the religion of my forefathers. We have never done shirk and we worship only Allah and no one else. So from this we learned that he never left any opportunity to propagate his religion. And he said, I will tell you the story before we have lunch. So first he told all this about his religion, then he said the dream interpretation. And he said one of you, like one was a bartender and one was a butler. The bartender will be freed and he'll go back to work, but the butler will be hanged to death, and the birds who were eating the roti will be eating him when he will be hanged. So then he tells the bartender, when you go to the king, you please do my sifarish. Here we learn that, and then Jibril gets upset that why he had to tell him to do his sifarish, and here we learn that we should trust Allah and trust what that He will do the best for us, and not trust any random person and tell him to do the sifarish. And somehow Shaitan made him forget it, and he went there and he forgot to tell about Hazrat Yusuf al-Islam and do his sifarish. So he stayed in the prison for 7 years after this incident, and 5 years he was there before the incident. So total 12 years he was there in the jail. Then somehow the king was talking, and then the king told this bartender that I saw a dream. Like he told everyone that I saw a dream where 7 fat cows got eaten by 7 thin cows, and there were 7 dried pans. So tell me about the dream if anyone knows how to interpret dreams. So the bartender remembered there was this guy in the jail who used to interpret dreams. So he remembered about Yusuf al-Islam. So he said that send me to the jail so I can talk to him and then I'll tell you the meaning of the dream. So he went there and narrated both the dreams. Yusuf al-Islam heard the whole story. Then he said that do farming for 7 years. Whatever you sow, don't remove it. Leave it inside the corn. Take only how much you need from it. Let it be with its corn inside the plant and preserve it. There will be 7 years of hardship and there will be drought. You all will not have grains to eat. So you will be able to eat what you have saved now. So 7 years will be normal. Then 7 years you'll have drought. So how much you need? Save the grains for the 15th year. So now if you save grains now. So in the 15th year when you have rains, so you can sow these grains which you have sowed now, because you'll have rains and you have no grains, then it will be a problem. So you need grains when it rains. So the king was very impressed. So he tells the bartender, "You get this man to me." And who's this man? I want to meet this man. So Yusuf al-Islam comes and says, and he says to ask the king what happened to the ladies who cut their hand. So here also we learn that he wanted to be very clear about that he was not in fault, and like he didn't want to take it on his head, and he wanted to be very clear before coming out that I'm guilt free and I was not responsible. These 12 years I was just inside for no reason.
And at the same time, he did not reveal the lady's name
Yeah.
also.
They wanted to be very clear before.
Yes, he wanted to
That I was
clear
there
his
inside
reputation,
without
but he
any-
did not blame the lady. He
No.
did not mention her name, even though she was the one who was guilty person. So this is the very beautiful point. Every person likes to hide their own faults and to expose others. Here he did not even expose the person who was guilty.
But he wanted his innocence.
But he wanted himself, his own.
to be affirmed. His innocence should be affirmed.
Should be because he was going to be the, it is very difficult. If I am, if I am branded as a bad person, if I am not, that shows that your dignity, you must take care. Next, Mubarak. Salam. Mubarak, yes, we are waiting for you. Mubarak has which number?
I have from 51 to 60. Salaam alaikum.
Okay, very good, very good. Up to 60 will finish today.
Yeah. So in this entire the 10 ayats that I have been exploring and analyzing, what what came to my notice and is how Allah beautifully I'll share the story that what happened then, but that will just add to it. So I would rather say what is my takeaway from it. What I have taken away is what I would say, because the story we all know and you've already shared it so beautifully. Nowhere I've got the type of explanation that I got from the YouTube recording that you have presented. So I have checked a lot of other Mufassirin, but yours was the best. So I'm so glad and thankful that we have this opportunity. Thank you so much to my mom and to you and to everyone who's facilitating. So what my best takeaway was that Yusuf al-Islam was very clear that he knew that he has to reach the pivotal position of being close to the king, but he did not rush it. It is a complete surrender that I can see. It is beautiful surrender that's been orchestrated in such a interesting way, where he waited even after the ladies were they cut their fingers and he was proven to be innocent. He did not rush it. He waited for the right opportunity which God will orchestrate. He had complete surrender to God. Allah is going to take care of it and make it happen in the best way possible. So he waited for the 2 years when this entire thing happened, and yet he didn't jump again. When he got the opportunity, he didn't jump. He didn't take the opportunity. In fact, he said, no, I would like to know what happened about those ladies. And then in the 53rd ayat, where he says that she she is not, he says it very beautifully. At this, I will like to say, nor do I absolve my own self, the human soul. It's certainly prone to evil unless my Lord has mercy on me. But surely my Lord is often forgiving and most merciful. So he actually obliterates her. He doesn't make her feel guilty or wrong so that is the best part that I liked about him. How humbly and how beautifully he clears his position, at the same time doesn't defame her. And there are two things when we are looking for a position in any organization, you need to be trustworthy and you need to be intelligent. So you need to have the intelligence that was proven by the dreams that he was interpreting and which were true, and that is where his potential was highlighted. And the second, his trustworthiness. All this Zuleika had to do it to prove that he was trustworthy. So it is like, whatever is happening at the face of it, it looks like a challenge. At the face of it, it looks like something's going wrong. But there is a divine wisdom which we are not probably always able to see. But if we leave it all on God, everything is just 100% perfect the way it is. It looks like a treacherous thing. It looks like a torture. It looks like a challenge. It looks like something's wrong, but it's all perfect. There is perfection in imperfection. If you look at it, that is what I loved about it, and what I took away from this. And then he declares and asks for the storehouse position, the position, the treasurer. So he knows what he is worth and what he is, and he doesn't become humble, and he doesn't mince his words, and he does a great job of storing for the 7 years, planning for the other famine years. And here again in ayat number 56, where Allah says, we bestow our mercy on whom we please, and we have the opportunity to please God. So it's vice versa, and suffer not to be lost, and the reward of those who do good. So nothing goes unnoticed by God. God is there watching us. The only thing we need to focus on is our taqwa, and our that's the only thing. The rest will all take care of itself. It might look like a challenge, it might look like a disaster, but there is definitely some meaning in the disaster. Just like Karbala mein, there was a meaning in that. We all understand that, we all know that, alhamdulillah. And then how the brothers came to him, and how that entire thing was again orchestrated by God, where Allah was again getting them here, making them aware that this brother is there, and this brother, how beautifully he gave to his brothers. He did not hold that against them, and there was nothing to forgive. He is razi. He is in complete surrender is what we can see very clearly, and that's the reason I think Islam says surrender to the will of God, and that is so well depicted and portrayed and established in this surah, and that is why probably God says this is the best surah, which gives us the best lessons, and the only lesson that we need to learn is surrender. And surrender is so beautifully depicted in this part. So one is that here he met them just like he would have met his brothers, irrespective of what they did to him. But at the same time, he asked for his younger brother to be brought to him, his brother from the same mother. And he also told that I will not meet you all, and I will not give you all his share or your share. I will not meet you all if you all come back without him. So probably he was here we see that he is missing his brother and wants to see his brother. That's what I understood. And after that is about it. That's my way of explaining.
Very nice. Very well thought of. It was very well analyzed. Alhamdulillah. Now we stop over here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
For namaz. Chaliye, Khuda Hafiz. Fi amanillah. Everybody.
Khuda Hafiz, Papa.
Khuda Hafiz. Next time we'll continue, inshallah.